Hey, I'm coming to San Antonio, man. Will you give me 5 minutes? This is before anybody knew who I was, right? No books, no kind of notoriety. So they're like, no, don't come by. But see, that was interest. To me, that's interest. No, I'm not interested. Not interested.
So not interested to you is interest.
Well, it is. It says not interested. Not is an adjective to describe interest.
Okay.
Right? So it's a level of interest.
So if someone says they're not interested,
on a scale from 0 to 10, what interest level do you have? None. That is a level.
Right.
Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You with me? A few minutes ago, he didn't know he had no interest. At least I'm on. You see what I'm saying? You get it?
Well, I wouldn't do that. I disagree with that. But I'm not saying reasonable minds can differ.
Welcome to the show. That was professional moron Grant Cardone. Is he a real estate guy? What's his thing? Yeah, I think he does real estate and sales.
He definitely does sales when you're...
God bless whatever his wife's name is.
He's a sales training consultant.
Holy God, man. I mean, if that is no means yes personified right there.
The worst part is there's a bit of me who like understands a little bit of what he's saying.
I understand what he's saying.
But he's doing a bad job of explaining it.
He's saying that when there's... on the scale
of
interest...
Or maybe I shouldn't even interpret this because he's obviously the dumbest fucking guy on the planet. But I think he's saying...
No, interpret it for us.
I think he's saying that before I asked, he didn't even know who the fuck I was. He didn't know I had something to offer.
Sure.
Now, sure, he's saying he's not interested. But now I'm at least in his mind.
But not is a form of interest because I am not interested. And that is a form of interest, you stupid ass. Or me, stupid ass.
I think if we didn't know each other.
Uh-huh. And I said, hey, are you interested in... Here, let's do it. Let's try
No,
it.
but I walked up to you in the park or whatever.
Uh-huh. I'd be like, get away from me, psycho. What are you trying to sell me? I'm at the park.
Exactly. But
what would you try to be...
Before that, you didn't even know.
Yeah, before that, I'd be like...
So I was walking around the park with a cooler. I had beers to sell.
Yeah.
You look hot. I say, let me go...
I'd say
look
thank
at
you.
that 6'3" freak.
Yeah.
He looks like he needs to cool off.
Craving beer. And I would go, I'm not interested.
And I go, great. But before, you didn't even know there were beers.
Stop talking to me, sir. Get out.
But
you're scaring my daughter.
But now you're at least thinking about beer. Before you weren't thinking about beer.
But I don't want it from you.
But I'm going to walk away and you might go, maybe I do want a beer. Maybe I shouldn't have told that guy to fuck off.
Damn. Well.
But I do think when you get a yikes from Jordan Belfort.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Jordan Belfort, the other guy.
Yeah,
Leonardo
AKA
DiCaprio.
the Wolf of Wall Street, AKA the Prince of Persuasion.
That's pretty good. Is he really the Prince of Persuasion?
No, I made that up.
Damn, that was pretty good. Holy crap. Good job. Anywho, this is episode 44 of the Ben and Emil Show. Welcome one, welcome all.
A bit of a sad one because as we will get into it, we did have we're a bit running on because we had a guest booked for today. It was a really special one for us, and he's actually not going to be able to make it. We had been hounding OJ Simpson's team for probably since the start of the Ben and Emil Show, and
then tragically,
he finally agreed.
Yeah, famous football player, actor, comedian, and some other footnotes. But he was going to come on the show, and then tragically he succumbed to ass cancer.
So
cancer of the ass.
Our loss.
It ate him from the ass outward. And anyway,
it seems everybody's eating ass these days, even cancer.
Hey, hey, gang. Chicago, good news.
Oh, yes.
We're coming to Chicago on May 15th at Lincoln Hall. And by the time that this episode comes out, there should be a link in the description. It's going to be a great show. We're definitely not going to go up there and make fun of Chicago in accents the whole time.
No, I'm not going to
do that. I wouldn't do that to you.
I wouldn't do that.
No, but that's going to be happening.
Chicago has to be our most requested city, I think.
I don't know.
There's been a lot, but so we're very excited to come see you all.
Very excited.
Hopefully the wind doesn't pick up too much.
Oh, because it's the Windy City?
Yeah.
Hopefully Obama doesn't shoot us
Hopefully
with a
Obama
gun.
doesn't show up. That would actually be sick. If Obama gunned us down on stage.
Oh, that'd be so cool. It would be an honor and a privilege to die from a bullet from Obama's gun. Anyway, we also, our partner trading app, Moomoo, it's a commission-free stock and options trading platform. And there's some fun stuff going on here, gang. They're giving away. You ever heard of the Magnificent Seven?
Yes, we talked
The
about
stocks,
this.
yeah.
The
Microsoft,
Clash
Apple,
song.
Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Tesla. I can't remember the other ones. But anyway, when you sign up for Moomoo and make your first deposit of $100 or more, you get a Magnificent 7 fractional share bundle. So who knows how much that'll be worth? Terms and conditions apply, and there's a link in the description for you. Let's see. What else was there?
For any Glenn heads.
Oh, Glenn works there.
So
yeah,
you're gonna like what you.
Huge shout out to Glenn heads.
Huge shout out to the Glenn heads.
Before we get into our main story, because this is a big week for murderers.
Huge week for murderers.
Huge week for murderers. We're going to be talking about O.J. Simpson, filling you in on what happened with his ass cancer. And for those of you who are too young to remember, we're going to kind of just briefly break it down what went on there. The Cybertruck is a death trap. Also, some psycho lady who was obsessed with the Eclipse killed her family. Then some guy killed a...
Some people accuse us of being flippant about certain topics, but...
People die every day.
I don't understand what...
Literally, every time I snap my fingers, someone dies. Should I stop snapping my fingers?
Yeah, you're killing people.
Do I have that
You're killing
power?
people right now.
Every time I clap my hands, a baby gets aborted. That's not true. That's not true.
That one's not true, but he was killing people.
Anywho, that's the second time I've said that. We're also going to be talking about some guy who murdered an Uber driver. Really just a crazy Shakespearean kind of thing. But first, Emil, do you think Jeff Bezos got an ugly wife?
I'm on the record as saying so. She's I just don't have the reach to call him out as our good friend Keith McNally.
Yeah, so Emil sent me this I guess you could call it an article from the Daily Mail this morning. And first of all, this fucking website, the Daily Mail, it's an ad page that also happens to have an article buried somewhere
that has some
within
writing
it.
on it.
There's because I went to Upwork earlier today, I now have 3 Upwork banners. There's a fucking video playing in the corner. There's another ad, one of these ads. I always hesitate to hit the what do you know? Another one just popped. There's so many fucking ads on this page. It's ridiculous.
But if you don't know who Keith McNally is, you might remember him from he had a feud with what's the little English guy? James Corden.
Oh, I was going to say
he's a famous chef.
The Pillsbury Doughboy. He had
a feud with the Pillsbury Doughboy. No, he's behind Balthazar, Minetta Tavern, some popular New York restaurants, and he famously banned James Corden from his restaurant.
Oh yeah, because James Corden was a dick licker to
and then he let him back in the restaurant, but then James Corden came out and said, I actually never did any of that, and he was like, you're gone again, get the fuck out of here.
We like that.
But now he's back in the news.
He's a bitch. I really like it. So
I love this.
We just had to share it with you guys before we get into the meat of this rather tragic episode. So there's this photo of Jeffy Bezos. Oh, that's Elon Musk behind me. I was going to look back and be like, you know him. No, it's Jeff Bezos and his I don't want to call her a sex doll wife. That's mean.
Cartoon character.
I don't know this woman. She seems actually like a very sweet woman, but she Sure, she used to be like a local news anchor or something.
And that makes her a sweet woman?
Yeah, how can you hate a local news anchor?
I feel comfortable calling her, she looks like a cartoon character. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. We got a little bit of a break here, and it's called an ad break. You might want to listen up because this pertains to you if you sleep. Do you sleep? Yeah, I thought so.
Wow.
So listen up.
Bunch of sleepers in the audience.
Yeah, a bunch of sleepers out there. You sleeperoonies, you big sleepy heads. Guess what? Sometimes you get too hot, too cold. That sucks. And bed sheets.
Did you know that your temperature at night can have one of the greatest impacts on your sleep quality?
That's true.
Okay? If you're waking up too hot or too cold.
What do you recommend?
I recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets, all right?
What are they inspired by?
Do you trust NASA?
Yeah, I trust them with my life.
Okay, well, they're inspired by NASA. Miracle Made uses silver-infused fabrics and makes temperature-regulated bedding so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. Baby.
That sounds really nice. Yeah, they're made with thermoregulating, and they're designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long. For me, that's a cool 64 degrees. So you get better sleep every night thanks to these sheets. Also, they're self-cleaning. They are infused with silver that prevents up to 99.7% of Bacterial growth.
And you might be thinking, what do I need self-cleaning sheets for? I just put them in the wash. Well, did you know that traditional bed sheets can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat?
Damn,
okay,
dude.
that leads
Not
to
mine, because
acne,
mine's really clean.
Acne, allergies, and stuffy noses. Now they're really clean because we're sleeping on Miracle Made, baby.
Yeah, and that brings me to our next point. They are luxuriously comfortable. I'm sleeping on these things, and I'm sleeping not only clean and cool, but comfy as a whistle too. Crap.
Comfy as a whistle.
But they're super comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands. And yeah, that like Emil said, they're
self-cleaning, baby. You're going to be the cleanest guy in the world.
So here we go. Go to trymiracle.com/BAES. That's trymiracle.com/BAES to try Miracle Made sheets today. And you're gonna want to use promo code BAES at checkout, and you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%.
So you could save over 40% when you're using our promo code BAES.
That's exactly
Miracle
right.
is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund.
But you will be. So
upgrade your sleep.
Go ahead.
Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/BAES and use the code BAES to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/BAES to treat yourself.
Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. Okay, yeah. She looks like a cartoon character. They're both at some fucking Vanity Fair event, and she's showing off them big old boobies. And Keith McNally says, "Is he British, by the way, Keith McNally?"
I don't. He's got NYC in his handle.
Oh yeah, okay. He
but
tweeted.
Maybe.
Does anybody else find Jeff Bezos' new wife, Lauren Sanchez, absolutely revolting? What an ugly and fucking smug-looking couple they make. Is this what having $1,000 billion does to people? And then here's they got a photo of him below.
Just the schlubbiest dude in the world being like, your wife is fucking revolting.
Your wife is fucking revolting. So I don't know what the point is of that. That is pretty damn good. I'm glad you shared that with me.
I also like that her friends were obviously chiming in, like Chrissy Teigen said, she's actually incredibly dynamic, accomplished, and kind. And everyone who knows her would say the same. Also, if people are ever dogging me online and people call me dynamic,
I'm going to agree with him.
I'm
going to agree with the people dogging.
Yeah.
You'll kill yourself?
Don't dynamic. People come to my defense and they go, he's actually dynamic. Someone calls me ugly and you come to my defense and go, well, he's actually dynamic.
Yeah, instead of saying, well, dynamic is maybe she looked up a thesaurus word for a thesaurus entry for went to thesaurus.com and checked out freaking
Stephanie
beautiful.
Rule jumped in. No, I think she's accomplished, kind, smart, and loved.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lauren Sanchez, give me $1 million, please. Give me $1 million.
Jessica Seinfeld.
Jessica Seinfeld? Who's that? Seinfeld's wife?
Yeah.
Huh. That new serial movie that he's got looks like shit. It looks like a bad stand-up
Keith McNally?
bit. Yeah. Are you just on Twitter? Get off Twitter, dude.
Literally showing you a fucking
okay.
thing. This guy
Jesus Christ.
jumps down my throat.
Yeah, well, come on, dude. Be more dynamic. What do you got?
Someone commented, it's not a kind thing to say, and who cares what you think? Live and let live. They have no bearing on your life. And he goes, it wasn't meant to be kind.
He responded to
Chefs,
Captain.
take note. Stop getting tattoos and crossing your arms at me. You know what I mean? Be a bitchy. Get into feuds with celebrities.
Who did that first? The chef. We've talked about it so many times.
It all started with Anthony Bourdain,
Yeah.
and then
I smoke cigarettes sometimes before I make your appetizers. Oh yes, I can't do a fucking impression of him. Okay, anyway, big week for murderers. Let's kick it off. The Cybertruck is a death trap. It is. In addition, I will admit, when I see a Cybertruck in the flesh, it's interesting looking. I see it and I go, "Damn, there it is! Wow."
I find
probably due in part to the fact that it had so much hype and so much talked about. To see it in person, it's like, "Oh wow, there it is."
I feel similarly about the way Keith McNally feels about Jeff Bezos' wife,
which is
about
what?
the Cybertruck.
Stupid
revolting.
Bitch. Oh, revolting. Yeah. Well, so there's this gentleman who here. I'll just play it.
So apparently the Cybertruck has a stop zone, and I might know why. It's got something to do with the accelerator pedal. So let me show you something interesting about
So first of all, it doesn't have a door handle. It's got like
because it's cool, dude.
No, I'll tell you what. Not only do these Teslas not have like door handles or they don't have blinkers that you can hit with your. It's not this action. It's just a button.
Mm-hmm.
It's all to save money. That's how they get away with. That's how they're making money. Is that every little thing like that cuts a corner. When they digitize everything, it makes it so much cheaper to manufacture the car.
Right, you're not buying millions of fucking little.
Yeah, little whatever. I'm sure that there's a quirky word. Do you know what the fucking name for the
lever?
Flipper? Yeah, fuck. Okay, yeah, that's
maybe
not
it's
that
not. I don't
quirky.
know what the fuck it is.
No, it's a turn signal flipper switcher. But anywho, here, fuck, I did it again.
My Cybertruck is that pedal looks
The Anywho
great.
episode.
It's missing this. So a couple days ago, I'm driving.
So for the audio listener, he's showing the accelerator pedal. It's got this cool little metal plate that has come off of it.
And let me see if I can get a good view here. I'm driving, and this goes here. As I'm driving, this slid up and wedged itself just like that.
The cover of the accelerator slipped off and wedged itself perfectly just so underneath a very conveniently placed gap in the panel right behind the pedals, and it got stuck in full acceleration mode. And he goes on to say that he was able to deactivate it by like tapping the brake a couple times, and he was able to stop and then put it in park by fucking pressing a button, because that's of course how you put it in park too. But man, oh man, stuck gas pedals are no. There was I remember here I think it was in Orange County, there was this family of 4 or something that was in a Lexus, and they.
Oh yeah, I think it was a Toyota hybrid.
Yeah, they got the gas pedal stuck, and they called, and they
have the phone conversation.
Yeah, it's fucking awful. Don't Google that, folks. But
or Google it.
No, it's terrible.
Wait, show the other one with the passenger.
Yeah. Okay. So then.
So it's nice. This thing will accelerate when you don't want it to at as fast as it can. But
yeah.
Also, if you get in any trouble, this is a cool way for your passengers to get out.
The Cybertruck in an emergency, the Cybertruck doesn't have door handles. To get in, you have to press a button and then the door opens.
Ridiculous.
And to get out, you can press this button to open the door. But what happens if the car dies? Well, there's an emergency release latch you can pull right here.
Okay.
And that way you can open the door manually.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense,
all
right?
right.
Okay. The driver's side door, you would do that.
But what if I'm sitting in the back?
Surely the back is just as easy.
And the rear door doesn't have it right here, but if you go in here and you peel back this piece of rubber and lift this up, there is the string to pull to open the door in an emergency.
Absolutely
Man, that
ridiculous.
is the jankiest fucking thing. That's like, that reminds me of being on an airplane, and it's like something where you'd have to watch a damn safety video before you take off. Like, hey, in case of an emergency, lift the rubber flap underneath the thing in the passenger side door and then pull the string to open the door.
Right. Are you telling everyone that who gets in the back seat?
Yeah, great question.
You know, we all made fun of Angela Chow when she drove her car into a lake and drowned, but
oh, was that Mitch McConnell's like
sister-in-law?
Stepwife?
Sister-in-law.
Oh, sister-in-law, yeah.
But maybe it wasn't her fault. You know? Maybe she was just trying to go to a Pitbull concert, get a little drunk, and
Was she going to a Pitbull concert?
with a bunch of her friends.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure.
Damn, man, that fucking sucks.
And so you all laughed.
Jeez.
But maybe it wasn't her fault. Maybe the goddamn pedal pinned to the ground and
Well, not only that,
then locked her in the car.
the Cybertruck also is so rigid when it crashes. So like if you crash, it keeps passengers like so stiff that you risk getting internally decapitated or suffering like extreme whiplash. But it's a major death trap. And that's nothing new for Teslas, because for a while there, it seemed like every week there was a fucking battery fire going on.
Mitch McConnell's wife driving herself into
Mitch
a lake.
McConnell's wife,
Or sister-in-law
driving herself, to death in a lake, driving herself to death. Oh, man. Hey, everybody, we got to take another quick break and talk about food. I love food. I love to eat food. Emil, how do you like to eat your food? Hands, fork, spoon, knife?
All kinds of utensils, heated up normally.
The biggest one for me is eating stress-free.
Yep.
So this spring, I'm going to be eating stress-free with Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals. You know I love these dang little
Another big
guys.
one for me, healthy, okay? So you can choose from a menu of 35 options, including popular options like Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, or Vegan and Veggie. Also, discover more than 60 add-ons every week, like breakfast, on-the-go lunch, snacks, beverages to help you stay fueled and feel good.
Don't forget peanut. They got peanut. I'm kidding.
They don't have peanut, unfortunately.
That's not a thing. But you get chef-prepared meals on the table in 2 minutes with Factor's ready-to-eat meals. So
that's pretty quick.
You can get back to doing what you love this spring. For me, it's eating, so that's pretty good.
And some of you are like, but I want gourmet meals. Well, why don't you try these meals that feature premium ingredients like filet mignon, shrimp, truffle butter, broccolini, asparagus.
Yeah, no fuss, no mess meals. Factor meals eliminate the hassle of prepping, cooking, or cleaning up. All you do is heat it up and you savor the good stuff. Also, you can customize your weekly meals with the flexibility to get as much or as little as you need. You can pause or reschedule your deliveries to suit your busy lifestyle.
Factor is your solution for fast, premium meals without the need for cooking.
We're celebrating Earth Day all month long. Look out for the Earth Month Eats badge on the menu for our lowest carbon footprint meals. Head to
factormeals.com/BAES50 and use the code BAES50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box. That's code BAES50, BAES 50 at factormeals.com/BAES50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next box while your subscription is active. BAES50. Thanks, Factor. Bye. Also, that one's horrifying. She was like on the phone with her friends being like, help me, I can't get...
She couldn't get it. She didn't know to press the emergency thing?
She couldn't get out of the car.
That would be me, because like I remember driving a Tesla the one time. Not only did I not know how to even start the fucking thing, my friend who had it, it was Anthony Padilla, actually. He goes, okay, go ahead and start it. Like, knowing that I wouldn't know how, he's like, go ahead, start it. I was like, I don't know how. And I don't even remember how. You like press a button. And then I said, okay, I guess I got to put it in reverse, huh? And he said, yeah, put it in reverse. And I didn't know how. It's silly. I don't like that.
She called her friend for help, and as the water level in the car grew higher and higher, she said her goodbyes. The friends frantically tried but failed to get her out of the car in time.
Ugh.
Emergency responders ultimately pulled her lifeless body from the car.
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. Well, maybe that's why Tesla is laying off 10% of their workforce. That's happening.
Yeah, because you can't even go enjoy a Pitbull concert anymore.
Jesus Christ. Also, Waymo is launching in Los Angeles, which is I believe that's the Google driverless car service. I signed up for the
Why?
For the wait list, so I can try it out, dude.
Let
so
one
I
of
can
those
jerk off in the back of it.
Block traffic.
I'm not going to block traffic. If I need to, I'll take over. I'll do what needs to be done.
We are joking a lot, but Tesla is like not having a great time right now.
They're straight up not having a good time. And Elon, man, I see right through you, dude. Him saying that the robotaxi is coming on August 8th. That's him saying something that's probably internally has made a ton of people shit and piss their pants. Fully shit and piss their pants. Because I guarantee it's probably not ready. And he's like, well, I've said that it's time to go.
They're also saying the cheaper model is going to come out by 2025.
No, I thought they canceled that.
Oh, did they already cancel it?
I believe that they did. They canceled plans temporarily for the cheaper model because it wouldn't make sense for them to start a whole new production line. Yeah, something like that. Did you see him at the fucking Vanity Fair thing too? In his tuxedo doing his weird, awkward... I'm not going to play it because it's going to piss me off too much, but he's great. Man, this guy's great. Those poses were epic.
Pretty epic.
Yeah, epic bacon.
You know who's honestly making out the best in this? I remember being
Grimes?
Like, why doesn't Toyota... Yeah, Grimes. No, did you see her Coachella set?
Yeah,
She's famously not making out great.
And apparently that happens on a lot of her sets where she just like has technical issues. But go on.
Oh, that's fun.
Who's making out?
So her and her husband have something in common, I guess.
What?
Technical issues?
I don't get it. Oh, because Tesla's having technical issues? Oh, yeah, sure, I guess. Thanks. Go on.
I don't even remember
Toyota?
Oh, the for the longest time, I was like, why are they not making just full electric vehicles? But they've been making so many hybrids, and it is such a better option for what people need right now.
Yes.
And I feel like they're going to make out like Bandit. There's such less desire for the all electric car.
I've got a plug-in hybrid, and I get like sometimes 70 miles to the gallon.
70?
70.
Damn. I get like 20.
Yeah.
I get like 20. Yeah, in my fucking truck. When I look at my gas mileage, I'm like, wow, wazzle. That's for something. That's something for later. Anyway, it's time for my favorite segment that we do every week. O.J. Simpson.
And we are so sorry that he couldn't be here today.
Yeah, we really are sorry. It really is a tragedy that such a beloved sports figure died of getting his ass eaten to death. Actor, comedian, author, yeah. So just to get it out of the way here, I think what younger people need to understand, because I'm like one of you.
No, he's not. He's old and gross.
Shut up the fuck up, dude. Shut up the fuck up. When I first knew about OJ, I didn't know who the hell he was. All I knew was, it's this guy who's on a police chase and now he's on trial for murder. Right. I only ever knew OJ as murderer OJ.
Right. My parents were watching the news and I was like, damn.
Just like with Michael Jackson, I only ever knew white Michael Jackson. I didn't know black Michael Jackson. I knew like the in between Michael Jackson, the kind of like chocolate milk,
the post Pepsi commercial Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I knew chocolate milk Michael Jackson, and then ultimately white creepy white grandma looking Michael Jackson.
I don't know if it's fair to call him creepy.
And like he was creepy.
Truly, one of our all-time creepiest.
Yeah. So whereas like people who grew up in the 60s and 70s and they knew Michael Jackson pure straight up MJ. And similarly, so I want to put it in perspective with OJ. It would be like, just as beloved, it would be like Tom Brady, a beloved guy, did Hertz car commercials, just like OJ. OJ did Hertz car commercials. Mm-hmm. Football champion, divorced. It would be, these are all the same things. It would be like,
just stating the facts.
It would be like one day you hear on the news that Tom Brady killed Giselle and her like hot young new boyfriend.
And it's not because of the new boyfriend. It's because Giselle's stealing all the son's kisses.
It took me a second because he kisses his son. Yeah. So that's what it would be like. It would be like if Tom Brady was suddenly, that's what a shock it was to the country, to the sports world, to everybody. Like, O.J. Simpson? Really? But then it was apparent to anyone with critical thinking skills that the guy fucking did it, man. This guy fucking murdered the hell out of his ex-wife. He murdered her so hard. It's kind of, you don't know?
I'm a truther.
The truth is that he murdered his wife.
I think Ronald Goldman did it.
And then killed himself?
Yeah.
Like seppuku? Just like, who planted all the evidence? Then?
The cops. It's always the cops.
Okay, so let's see. How should I do this? Should I give an outline of like just what happened?
I think they know.
Or like basically the prosecution fucked up. It was like the first time. It was one of the first times DNA evidence was new. So like people hardly even knew or understood what DNA evidence was. So
well, that was the thing too. The trial was an absolute mess, and cops were behaving in like horrible ways. And so, yes, he got off when he probably committed it, but
there was reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
The defense was able to cast reasonable doubt on the collection of the blood samples. They like mishandled it, and there was enough there for the defense to say, hey, they kind of botched this DNA, so we can't really definitively. They also just confused people. I read that they objected like 90 something times during the prosecution's closing statement, just to like fuck up their flow and also to confuse the jury. It was like peak 90s racism. It was just a couple years after the Rodney King beating, and the verdict where the white cops got off like scot-free. So the country's pissed off, LA is pissed off, and then you have this like prominent black athlete getting arrested for this brutal double murder.
Sure, he did
at the hands of a very like racist LAPD. There's one of the lead investigators was this cop named Mark Furman, and there's these devastating tapes that come out. He was getting interviewed by this woman for like a screenplay or something, and he just drops the N-word like, wait, I mean, one time is too many, but the guy drops it like it's going out of style.
Right, he didn't drop it and go like, oh.
Yeah, he's just doing it shamelessly.
Right.
Which is absolutely insane, just on so many levels. But so they played part of that tape during the trial to cast doubt on like the defense's story was, hey, of this very racist, corrupt police force planted evidence and framed O.J. Simpson because they have no other suspect and yada yada. He ends up getting off, and then the family of Ron Goldman, the other guy who got killed, sued O.J. Simpson
civilly, not criminally.
Court.
So, and he lost that and like owed them tens of millions of dollars.
Oh yeah, like $63 million. So then he up and moves to Florida because Florida has a law where like, hey, guess what? If you owe money in like any kind of court case, you're protected if you come to Florida. So he was protected. And I don't think they ever got hardly anything.
And then he got banked up by writing a book called If I Did It, I believe it was called.
Yeah, it was called like If I Did It, This Is How I Would Have Done It.
Absolute madman.
But O.J. Simpson was quite a character. Here's a very famous clip of him on an old, I guess this was an old TV show called Ruby Wax. God, I hope we don't get hit with like a copyright thing. Do you think we'll get hit with a copyright thing for this? I mean, it
is from Ruby Wax Official, which is tough.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Should I play the clip in its entirety or just the part towards the end?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I feel like you need the context.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you asked me a question about something.
Yeah.
And there's no superficial answer.
No.
Unless I talk about
but
it,
I can
unless
hear
I get
you're
deeper.
bugged. I can hear you're bugged.
Of course I am. I'm bugged to have to talk about it. Get my blood pressure going to have to. I don't think anybody could have gone through. I got excuses. I got totally screwed. I got screwed. You know, I got things taken from me. I got me to an extent taken from me. My kids don't have a mother, and people want to ignore because of their, as far as I'm concerned, either ignorance and in many cases, subconscious racism. Won't look at the facts.
OJ, can't you say one thing? You know, I don't care whether you're black, white, or green. I really don't care. The bottom line is you got off. You're innocent.
Thank you. Yeah, that is the bottom line, but that ain't the bottom line for so many people.
You're innocent. You got off. What kind of racism is that? You're free.
You know what? Let me tell you
something. You're walking around.
Let me say something.
What's your problem here? Just be free, be happy.
And once I get riled, sometimes, you know, you really get pissed, and I start thinking about stuff and thinking about this and this and this and this. And
why do you go on?
Because I'm talking to you. And you got me riled up. You got me started on this subject. So if you promise that you will not ask me another question about the case.
I will never ask you again.
We won't have to talk about it anymore.
Just did you do it?
No, I didn't.
I got a
Curb Your Enthusiasm theme.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Nope. Did not do it.
After we finished filming, OJ said to me that he had a surprise for me, and I genuinely was surprised. I think it was his idea of a joke.
This is the scariest fucking thing in the world.
I love the like fisheye look of his face.
Truly one of our craziest guys.
Yeah, really, really a crazy guy. He then was on Twitter, which was really fun.
I have to agree with him, though. I would be very annoyed if I got off of
on murder,
getting convicted of murder, and then everyone wanted to talk about it for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I do want to point out that before the murder, there were 62 incidents of abusive behavior by OJ toward Nicole. This woman had called 911 so many damn times.
I listened to one of the 911 calls, and it gave me so much anxiety.
They were horrifying. He was like absolutely beating the shit out of her all the time. It was inevitable, and that's part of the defense's case. The prosecution's case is like this guy had a history of domestic abuse. He was a jealous X. There was even one guy. It's hearsay, anecdotal, but he says that OJ was probably on meth that night. Anyway, I did find it funny that in 2016, Dr. Bennett Omalu, the guy who discovered CTE, the football player brain injury, said he would bet his medical license that OJ had it. And then, Emil, I wanted to share with you a couple of other funny things about OJ. His other legal troubles part of his. Don't read ahead.
Yeah, Wikipedia has gone fun now. Like you can just go to personal life or like controversy.
Yeah. So let's see. In the late 1990s, so this was after he was deemed innocent, but also lost in the civil case. In the late 1990s, Simpson attempted to register O.J. Simpson, OJ, and the Juice as trademarks.
Give it to him.
For a broad range of goods, including figurines, trading cards, sportswear, medallions, coins, and prepaid telephone cards. But then a concerned citizen sued to oppose the granting of federal registration on the grounds that doing so would be immoral and scandalous. I like this one. In February 2001, wow, pre 9/11. Damn.
What a dream.
The world was different. He was arrested in Miami County for simple battery and burglary of an occupied conveyance. I don't know what that is. For pulling the glasses off another motorist during a traffic dispute 3 months earlier.
Cool move.
Yeah, pulled his...
What are you going to do about it?
Let's see. In December of 2001, his Florida home was searched by the FBI on suspicion of ecstasy possession and money laundering.
What about the one where he was like stealing back memorabilia?
Yeah, that was a big one. He did. That's when he ended up finally going to prison because he went to Las Vegas and it was armed robbery and kidnapping for stealing back his own sports memorabilia.
How can it be robbery if it's his?
But I
if
love
he's
this.
Stealing it back.
The FBI raided him on those suspicion of possession of ecstasy charges, but investigators uncovered equipment capable of stealing satellite television programming, which was later evidence in a federal lawsuit. This one's my personal favorite. In July 2002, O.J. Simpson was arrested in Miami-Dade County for water speeding through a manatee protection zone.
See, now that might be his greatest crime. We need to protect our manatees at all costs.
I just imagine him seeing the sign like "slow down for manatees," and he's like, "Fuck the manatee."
I mean, you're like on borrowed time. You know what I mean? You get off on murder charges.
You can't be going through a no wake zone. You gotta hurry up. Yeah. And then this one's probably my second favorite. In March 2004, satellite television network DirecTV accused Simpson in a Miami federal court of using illegal electronic devices to pirate its broadcast signals. So DirecTV sued O.J. Simpson for stealing satellite TV, and they won a whopping $25,000 judgment from him.
I mean, back then, what are we talking? That's probably $6 million in today money.
He published...
It's definitely not.
Whoa, what? Holy shit, there's an excerpt from the If I Did It book.
Give it to me.
Nicole, Jesus. I looked down and saw her on the ground in front of me, curled up in a fetal position at the base of the stairs, not moving. Goldman was only a few feet away, slumped against the bars of the fence. He wasn't moving either. Both he and Nicole were lying in giant pools of blood. I had never seen so much blood in my life. It didn't seem real, and none of it computed.
This is so fucking crazy to put this book out.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole
I need to read this book.
Wasn't there something with the publisher where they changed the if? So it just said, I did it?
Yeah.
It says I did it, but then, here, let me see.
Right here, it said it right there. Yeah.
It's so tiny.
The F is like in there.
The if is in the I. But then I love at the bottom. So the book is called I Did It, Confessions of the Killer. And then at the bottom it says, with exclusive commentary, He Did It, by the Goldman family.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that poor fucking family, man. I mean, holy shit. And then there were so many aspects of this case, like I said, like the prosecutor was this woman named Marcia Clark, who I've DM'd on Instagram. I've invited her onto the show.
Oh, incredible.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, I guess if OJ can't come on, we got to get Marcia.
She got such shit because she the tabloids were going after her for her hair and the way she dressed. So she's got to contend with that all while she's like going through a divorce and trying to prosecute OJ fucking Simpson, who's like a beloved sports character.
It's the juice, baby.
Oh my God. So, and Robert Kardashian was involved, who's Kim Kardashian's dad. And
also maybe his other biggest crime, giving us the Kardashians.
Yeah. I mean, it really did kind of give birth to the Kardashianification of things. Anyway, let's go on to our other murder, shall we?
Oh, yeah.
So this one's bleak.
The last one wasn't, though.
There was a lady named Danielle Johnson, and she was an astrology influencer. And I think this was the morning of the eclipse at like 3:40 a.m. She got into a verbal altercation with her boyfriend. I
never liked that. What are you doing fighting at 3:40 a.m.?
She's arguing about the fucking eclipse.
Crazy.
Her boyfriend was probably going, "You need to go to bed.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fine. The eclipse isn't gonna and she was going,
it's 3:40 in the morning. Let me go back to sleep.
So then she pulled an OJ and she stabbed him to death. And then she did kind of like what OJ did, and she hopped on the 405 freeway. Wow, a lot of corollaries here. She hopped on the 405 freeway. Well, because that's what OJ did. He God damn it. This is one of the reasons why he fucking did it. Because what kind of innocent person finds out that their ex-wife is dead and then puts a gun to his own head and goes on a police chase? Huh?
I would. If my ex-wife got killed, I'd put a gun to my head and
you're fucking. Would I be driving?
Yeah.
I would be the AC Cowlings or
and AC. You'd be like, "Don't shoot him. He's dynamic."
Very good. Well, so no, she got on the 405 freeway with her 9-year-old daughter and her 8-month-old daughter, and somewhere around, I think it was around LAX, she forced her 9-year-old daughter out of the car on the fucking freeway. The 9-year-old daughter just got injured, but the 8-month-old baby was unfortunately killed. And they like shut down the whole 405 freeway. I remember hearing about it because on the news it was like,
there was traffic everywhere because it like rerouted traffic.
But listening to the radio, it was like because there's apparently like an infant who's dead on the freeway, and it was like all this confusion. So then she went down. She kicks her fucking babies out of the car and then drives all the way down to Redondo Beach and rams her Porsche SUV into a tree at 100 miles an hour, killing herself. Yeah, because apparently, so her Twitter account is still active.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and she, just days before the eclipse on April 4th, she tweeted, "This eclipse is the epitome of spiritual warfare. Get your protection on and your heart in the right place. The world is obviously changing right now, and if you ever needed to pick a side, the time to do so, to do right in your life is now. Stay strong. You got this." And
that's why you got to be careful with these astrology girlies.
Dude, I mean, here's one. Wake up, the apocalypse is here. Everyone who has ears, listen. Your time to choose what you believe is now. If you believe a new world is possible for the people, retweet now. There is power in choice. There is power in choice.
Whoa, she had a lot of followers.
Yeah, wow, yeah. She had 103,000 fucking followers. Jesus H Christ.
Damn, that's got a lot of likes.
She quoted,
she retweeted, unlike.
She retweeted a QAnon account, it looks like, so... And this fucking tweet is terrifying. Alert, this is the final warning. Turn notifications on. Do not look at the eclipse. Something big is coming. Like, this poor fucking woman. She... oh, God. Clearly mentally ill. And, like, her poor kids. Jeez.
Shut the internet down at this point.
Yeah, shut the internet down. Just shut it down like they shut down the 405 freeway. Anyway, there's another murder. This guy... I'm only laughing because you're laughing, but all right. Oh, geez, I can feel myself getting hot. So you know how sometimes scammers do be calling you?
Oh, I'm aware.
And they be trying to get money from you. This 81-year-old guy in Ohio gets a phone call. And the phone call was a scam call by someone saying that they're from the court, who were saying that they've got a family member incarcerated and that there was a significant bond on his name and that they, you got to pay us this money. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to send an Uber driver to come pick it up. And so they call an Uber to go to this guy's house. And the fucking Uber driver has no idea. She's just an older woman who's like, well, I got called to this guy's house to go pick him up. So you can see on her dash cam, she goes to knock on the door, And then the old man, who is now aware that it was a scam call, thinks that the Uber driver is in on it. And he fucking shoots her. Kills her.
Why are we reporting it? What are we talking about?
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Fuck, dude. I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
I'm like, why are you telling me this?
Because I was like, the theme is murder. I don't know. Fuck. Now I feel bad. I'm so sorry.
I feel like I'm listening to the evening news or something.
Yeah. Yeah, shit. Damn, this took a dark turn. Well, I mean, this one's kind of related to murder in that the state is going to murder her. Vietnam is going to murder this lady.
This one has some relevance.
It's a feel-good murder. This one's a feel-good murder. Would you call the death penalty murder? Are you anti or pro death penalty?
I actually got into a big argument with someone.
About the death penalty?
Yeah, end war. Whether or not it was...
Damn, that sounds like a fun conversation.
Whether or not... Oh, it wasn't. We went away to... me and my friends I grew up with in New Jersey, and we just loved to fucking argue with each other. And we brought our significant others, and we all just ruined the trip arguing about...
You got to know how to argue, man. You got to argue like...
No, you got to do it all night.
My friend Andy and I argue, but we do it with like... We know that we're never gonna like not be friends, and it's never gonna like.
Oh, we've been friends our entire lives.
Yeah, but still, you gotta. Yeah, okay, all right.
We were having a blast. Everyone else was miserable. Everyone else was like, "Shut the fuck up."
So what was your position on the death penalty? That it's good?
No.
It's hard to say that it's good.
Well, and the problem was they took issue with. I said that war was still murder too.
Okay, but what about the death penalty?
Is it murder?
I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know what I'm asking. Are you for it?
For the death penalty? No.
What do you?
Although, I get a little when we're talking about like a billionaire doing fraud, getting murdered, getting the death penalty for that. I mean,
this lady was a tycoon.
Tingly.
You don't get too many tycoons these days.
No,
anymore. They're pretty damn rare.
So why don't we tell them what happened?
Well, this Vietnamese lady, Trong My Lan, was convicted for her role in a 304 trillion dong financial fraud. I know you expect me to laugh when I say dong because it's a foreign name for a different kind of money.
It's not, for me.
You know what? We can laugh.
I'm not laughing.
You know why? Because all the time there's English names where it's like the Vietnamese or the Chinese or the Japanese would say like, that's very funny. Clark or whatever, I don't know, Ben, that means penis in my language. Well, dong to us is funny. No, your money is a funny word.
I was laughing because I was just like, that's quite a bit of dong.
That is a hefty amount of dong. Can you imagine?
But not because dong is funny. That's just, for me, I'm like, wow, she stole quite a bit of dong.
What if the currency in Vietnam was called penis?
I wouldn't find it funny.
304 trillion penis.
It wouldn't be funny to me.
That's bullshit. No, that'd be hilarious to me. Because don't. Anyway,
which is about $12.5 billion. Okay, so this is a pretty serious fraud. She's got herself into.
It was amounting to about 3% of Vietnam's GDP, and they're in the middle of like going through some political, not upheaval, but the government is trying to stamp out corruption. So they're definitely making an example of Trong My Lan. Fuck. God fucking damn it. I can't say her fucking name right. She also, so basically in like 2011, this bank merged with a couple other banks and she somehow weaseled her way in and started turning that bank into her own personal piggy bank. And she's dishing out like, hey, you want a loan, man?
Hell yeah,
sure, I'll give you a loan, man.
I'm actually short quite a few dong.
I'll give you a loan. Ow, fuck. I hit my funny bone. I'll give you a loan. I'm going to give she gave thousands of loans through like ghost companies and shell corporations. She's moving shit around. She's a very smart lady.
Right. So she ends up being found guilty of embezzlement, bribery, and violations of banking rules and sentenced to death.
Yeah. She was bribing too. So what about like
here's my thing.
What?
How many videos and tweets do I have to see of being like, should Congress members be allowed to trade stocks?
Yeah, brother, don't get me started, brother.
What? That's when I'm like, maybe we should have the fucking death penalty for fraud here,
or at least like an ass kicking penalty.
And everyone's like, how do we stop corruption in this country? I feel like Vietnam might have a idea.
I just kind of want to kick people's asses. That's kind of what I want to do. All right, let's switch gears.
Switch it for me.
Should I play? Man, there's something from the bonus that I just am dying to play for you, and it's really short. And I think right now would be a good little palate cleanser.
Give it to
shall
him.
we?
Don't make people.
Don't look.
Don't hide it behind a paywall. Let people see.
Don't look. By the way, benandemilshow.com for the bonus episode. We're going to be talking. I had one of the worst nights of sleep last night, and I had proctalgia fugax.
What?
Again, it's the ass pain. It's like the debilitating ass pain. I'm going to tell you a hell of a story about that in the bonus. But anyway, so this is just a quick little video just as a palate cleanser for everybody.
No more murder.
It's so delicious
Oh,
with
yeah, of course.
Tizaikai. It's
You don't
so
think I've seen it?
delicious.
You know how
with
many people have sent this to me?
Tizaikai.
Oh man, I guess you're right. Yeah. So this guy's he's a food influencer, and he mispronounces tzatziki as tizaikai.
It's crazy because I've listened to it so many times and I'm like, I cannot say what he said.
This with Tizaikai.
tizaikai.
He makes an infinitely more difficult word.
Tizaikai.
Tizaikai.
I hate in fucking food videos when they take a bite.
Him and the Yankees girl should get. Did you see the Yankees girl?
Yankees?
She's trying to make gnocchi.
Oh yeah.
She keeps saying Yankee.
Yankees. Yeah. That's a little cuter. That's cute.
Yeah, it's a little cute.
But that's actually, man, if I'm a food influencer, that's a fucking hack right there. Do something intentionally bad so that people share it and go, look how fucking stupid.
I wouldn't be
this
surprised if he
person
was
is."
doing it on purpose. I've been with a friend where he was like showing me a post and I said, "Don't you spelled it wrong." He said, "I know, it's on purpose. People are going to comment and oh my God.
Rage bait, man. That's like really subtle rage bait.
I see it on Reddit now. People, did you see the guy who said, I hid 100 rubber ducks from my wife. She's found X so far. And he kept updating. And
That's
it's like,
kind of fun and cute.
I think it was for Easter. And then like day 4, she's found 87
Shouldn't
ducks.
be bunnies for Easter and not rubber ducks?
Aren't ducks?
Is there
like
something
peeps,
I'm missing?
Peeps? Isn't that an Easter
Christ.
thing?
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll give you.
Don't
yeah.
get mad at me. Bert.
Just go on. You're the one telling the story, fucker.
And it was like day 8. She's found 99, and he had them all separated. They were by like 4 different colors.
Huh.
But and they were all color coded, except he switched 2. And everyone was going, "Why the fuck did you switch those?"
Oh, so
You're
he had
driving
like
me
all
nuts."
the reds and all the pinks and all the yellows, but then on one of them he had like just one yellow in the all
yeah.
blue.
So 2 were out of place.
That's really
and it
smart.
drove everyone nuts and had so many comments on it.
Really smart, yeah. Oh boy.
So that's what we have to look forward to. Just inaccurate things to drum up false engagement.
Well, speaking of smart, or rather the opposite of smart, there's you might have heard about this new ass fucking hardware AI pin by a company called Humane, who is
it got announced probably back in November or
Yeah.
something, but now people are finally receiving their Humane pins.
And from the start, I didn't want to really comment it because it's the brother of a friend of the show.
No way.
Who works there? Yeah.
You
You didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
He's like the head of something.
Oh, I had no idea.
But I mean, he's it's okay because we can't possibly say anything worse than what
honestly,
everybody
yeah.
else is saying about it. But when it first came out,
I don't want to comment on it because I was like, I feel like this thing's going to come and go. No one wants this fucking thing.
basically it's a $700 pin that you wear, and it's like the size of a matchbox maybe, and it's meant to be your cell phone.
Right. It's another thing. Like we're replacing your cell phone. Everyone's getting sick of cell phones, and now you have this wearable hardware where you can, number one, talk to it by placing your finger on it and saying,
Hey, dipshit, give me the time.
What's the weather like? Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you can also ask it, it can see, right? So you can, Marcus Brownlee has a very
Hey, OJ,
funny,
or hey, Pin, did
but
OJ
that's the thing, it's not that quick. He asked it to look at a Cybertruck and tell him what it is. And so he says, hey, what is this in front of me? And then he pulls his phone out and does the Google Lens thing and sees and he could just find it so much quicker. It's sitting there, and then it finally goes, it's a Cybertruck. And he's like, great, I already know.
There was one person said that there was one reviewer who said it gets insanely hot. And she was like
there was
burning
a couple
herself
people,
on it.
Marcus said that, and then there was a couple people who were like, I've burned my skin on it.
It does everything that a phone does except for slower, less accurate.
I wouldn't say it does everything that a phone does. I mean, it doesn't have a fucking screen. I mean, its screen functionality is that it can project something onto your hand.
Yeah, your hand is the screen,
and
so
it's
you're looking at your
barely
hand.
usable in daylight because it's.
And also, your hand is going to get fucking tired, like holding out. I don't want to do that.
My hand's not going to get tired.
It will.
My hand's
your hand is going to get.
What if I'm
having
holding
your
a phone?
hand at
What
this?
if I'm holding a phone?
Man, shut the fuck up. Just go with me here. Go with me here. But everybody do be hating on this thing. Marquez Brownlee, man. So well, first of all, this guy Daniel Vasallo tweeted in regards to Marquez Brownlee's eviscerating review on this thing. He said, I find it distasteful, almost unethical to say this when you have 18 million subscribers like Marcus
Which
Brownlee
is a fucking psychotic position.
Yeah. Hard to explain why, but with great reach comes great responsibility. Potentially killing someone else's nascent project reeks of carelessness. First, do no harm.
What are you talking about?
Marquez Brownlee,
tech reviewer, you fucking idiot.
He said, we disagree on what my job is.
Right.
I like that tweet. And yeah, I would agree with that. This is from Morning Brew. Morning Brew points out that
he's supposed to be dishonest and be like, "This is."
I guess his position is.
Well, I think he takes issue with the sensationalist title of his video, which was "This is the worst product I've ever reviewed" or something like that.
So far,
yeah. And he's saying, "Well, a lot of people aren't going to watch because he does." I watched the whole thing. He does go on to say that, much like the Apple Vision Pro, whatever it's called. This is probably a very early iteration, and it does some things, but for the most part, it's bad.
Yeah,
and it could get better. But he's saying that something like that from someone as popular and respected as Marcus Brownlee in kind of the tech space or whatever is wildly irresponsible because and who gives a fuck? Who's gonna have any?
You could have said the same thing to Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs.
Yeah, who's gonna have any empathy for some AI VC?
Yeah. Yeah. I also there's something about the two founders. They're touted as like they're former Apple employees, or Apple engineers. And they present themselves as they just present. I don't know, something about the video, the intro video. It was just so heavily stylized and on the nose. It just gave me, I didn't trust, some alarm bell went off where I was like, this feels scammy and I don't trust it because they're presenting themselves as if they're already known and they are presenting the newest version of their thing when in fact it is the very first version of their brand new thing. But they're coming across as like, hey, you guys know us. We're the Humane team and here's our new product. We're former Apple engineers. You should know that. And it's like, no, don't act like we don't know you or we know you because do you get what I'm saying?
Yes. It's like weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, yeah, the Morning Brew thing, they're pointing out that a bunch of reviewers were saying that the camera quality on it is like
dog shit.
An iPhone 4. It's
like a cop's body cam.
Yeah. But
and tech people are such crybabies too. It's just like people actively, ruining all of our lives with this shit that we have to integrate. Just being like, it's wildly.
You heard it here. Emil hates integration. Man, you would have been terrible in the 1960s in the South. You would have been kicking off fucking.
Also,
what's her name?
It's the way they act like it's this groundbreaking thing when it's essentially a worse Apple Watch.
Yeah.
You could just talk to your Apple Watch and ask it things.
Yeah.
You can check all your messages and stuff. This thing does not integrate with your phone in any way. It's like, what did you make?
Yeah.
Also, what are we? You want to get people off their phones, but like you don't have any way to do. You can't write an email. You can't do any of these.
Yeah,
and they have like
every time you've got to put in your password, it's like you've got to go through all the numbers. 9. Cycle through. It's not just like an old numerical pad.
Rotary phone.
Yeah, truly.
It's
fucking terrible.
They have demonstrations of it of people being like, find me or book me a European vacation.
Who the fuck is trusting their stupid little pin to do that?
I just don't understand it.
Yeah,
You can't trust
a computer?
ChatGPT to give you a correct answer to a question without it spitting out hallucinations. And I'm going to have it book me travel.
Speaking of ChatGPT, I was reading something from some technologist that because all these large language models are just relying on the internet to feed their knowledge things, right? But the internet, large though it may be, and absolutely massive swaths of data, it is not nearly enough to make an AI reach that level of AGI. It would be like having only one sense. Like you need all these other senses. No, it's not just like, oh, it needs more data. It's like it needs like sensory data. It needs the full scope of the human experience, not just written word and like sound converted to words.
We got to figure out how to make AI smell.
We got to figure out how to make it. I'll describe smells to it. All right. I could, man, sit me in a room with a robot.
There's a lot of high-paying AI jobs. We should get you in somewhere, maybe OpenAI or Humane. You're just the guy who describes smells too.
I'd be so good at that. I'm describing stuff to the audio listener left and right, day and night. I'd be sitting there going, okay, so it smells like, okay, you know how like a pizza,
like shit.
It stinks like shit. Okay, so you know how shit's, you don't know what shit smells like. Okay, so imagine something really stinky. Okay, imagine it smells real bad. It makes you kind of go, PU. That's a smell. You just don't get it, do you?
It's like trying to explain someone the color green.
Yeah, it's like trying to explain, like to a blind person.
Yeah. Try to explain the color green.
I don't know. It's fucking grass. It's like a tree. Look outside. It's not quite blue and not quite yellow.
I've never seen blue or yellow.
Fuck. All right. The last thing I wanted is, so these days, gang, there's if you're still listening, what the fuck's your
They're
problem?
Not listening. We can say whatever we want because no one's actually listening.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. But there's I don't know. I'm always thinking of like stupid segments and stuff.
He's always thinking of stupid segments.
But there's this.
I get calls in the middle of the night.
There's this new thing. There's just new meme, stupid memes of the week, and there's one called WifeJak. Do you know what's it called? WoJak or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a new one called WifeJak. Whoops. I put WifeJak.
Wifejacking is actually the only way I can come.
I think it's WifeJak.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So it's this.
It's just a female WoJak.
It's just a female. It's just a fucking picture of a cartoon lady with red hair. But man, I'm talking like the way it goes with memes now is it's born. And then everybody just dog piles and does the same fucking flavor of the same fucking joke. And it's basically just imagine a basic wife thing, like I'm cold, or hey, did you remember to take out the garbage? Or like, what are you doing on your computer? And it's just that. And I was seeing that all weekend on fucking
Is
Twitter.
that what having a wife is like?
I guess, man.
She just always wants to know what you're doing on the computer.
I don't know. What are you doing on the computer? What are you doing on the computer? Nothing. None of your business, wife.
I always
non-wife stuff, guy stuff.
I always close the computer real quick whenever any wife walks in.
Now, Humane should come up with some kind of anti-wife protection device for us guys. A phone for guys. Phone for guys. Phone for boys.
Ooh, I like that.
It's the phone just for guys. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, patent pending. Wait.
Yeah, we got to slide into that guy's DMs. The guy who was pissed about if you want to
get back at Marquez Brownlee, let's come up with an
phone
idea
for
together.
guys.
Ooh, maybe internet
and
for
Marcus
guys.
Brownlee cannot have one.
What if it's... I was looking at his YouTube channel. Man, that guy has been doing these videos truly for like 16 years.
I do think he's a pretty good straight shooter when it comes to tech reviews.
If you go back, I went back to his old, from like 16 years ago. He's got a shitty little microphone and he's like prepubescent. Okay, guys, I'm going to be doing a review.
No way.
They're going to be doing a review of this mouse. Pretty good mouse, you know. And the comments are from like 16 years ago. Other tech people who were looking for a review on this particular mouse. And they said, great review, thanks. And then he's got like a keyboard. Okay, so this one's the Logitech. Da, 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 da. And then, you scrub through a couple years later and his voice is changing and he's going through puberty and he's like, all right, guys, I'm going to be covering this HP laptop. Blah, blah, blah. And then he's just, before you know it, he's fully pretty wild.
Stick with it is the message.
Stick with it. Yeah. Unless your hobby sucks, then quit or keep doing it, but don't expect to become a Marquez Brownlee.
But maybe don't.
Don't quit.
Don't quit.
Don't listen to Emil.
Shoot for
don't
the
quit.
shoot,
Listen to me. Shoot for the moon.
Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll end up in your parents' basement, probably.
Oh, well, I was gonna say if you miss, you end up spiraling into space, utterly alone.
If you
uncontrollably.
If you do what you love, you'll probably work 2 jobs for the rest of your life.
God willing, yeah. Okay, well, that seems like a good place to stop. Let's see.
Let us know if you're still listening.
Yeah, let us know if you're still listening. Leave a comment. Leave a review. Let's get a boost to those Spotify and Apple reviews.
Oh, we'd love that.
Yeah, tell a friend.
We're still short of what the old show was at, which is
really on the reviews.
I believe it was at like 8.3 thousand reviews.
Remember when we used to make jokes about sending mail bombs? And the guy who sucks at that old place, the one guy who we know
made us stop.
Was like, you guys can't do that anymore. It's probably not a good idea.
And then we would do it, and they would cut it out.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have Final Cut.
Yeah, we didn't.
And
we
now
had Premiere.
And now we can say it as much as we want.
Yeah. Mail bomb. White House. Obama,
White House.
Joe Biden.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Nails and ball bearings in a package bomb. Mail bomb. United States Postal Service.
You think that's going to get us in trouble?
I don't know, man. Who knows?
No one's listening.
Nobody's listening anymore.
Except for our most depraved listeners.
Yeah, man, they're real sickos.
They're the ones who are at risk.
Man, can you imagine?
So if you're an at-risk teen out there.
O.J. Simpson, the football player, he killed his wife and that guy.
May 15th, Chicago, Lincoln Hall. Buy a ticket. Check the link in the description.
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson may be there.
He died. He's dead. Okay, bye.